Hello, incredible kindergartners. Today we are sorting and classifying for our math lesson, and that means that we are going to put objects into different groups and then compare the groups. Some of the questions that I would like you to consider as we go through are: what are attributes? How can they be used to sort objects? What is sorting, and how can objects be sorted into groups? What is comparing? How can one group of objects be compared to another? These are some of the things I would like you to think about as we go through the slides. The first question, what is sorting? Think about that for a moment. Sorting is putting objects that are alike together in a group. That means finding things that are the same and grouping things by what is the same. So we're going to look at some objects and decide how they might be sorted. What would you do? How are these alike? How are they different? Which ones are similar or alike? Here is how I would group those objects. Is this similar to what you did? Did you put them together like this? I put this object outside of the group because I didn't feel like that one belonged. Now, what is classifying? If sorting means to put things that are alike together, then let's look at the objects that we just sorted. So classify means that we give our group a title or a reason that we chose for those things to go together. I would say that these objects go together because they are all things that we can wear. So those objects belong in a group. And that title for the group might be things we can wear. Let's practice. So look at the objects here and think about which ones you would put into a group and which ones you would leave out. I'm going to show you my idea in a minute. Is this how you grouped them? There are lots of different ways that we can group objects. This is how I put them together, and I put these two on the outside because I didn't think they belonged to the group that I created anyway. Now let's give this group a name. So I sorted the objects, and now it's time to classify them. Why do these belong together? Because they are all red. So I might call this a group of things that are red. Let's try again. Look at the objects and think about which ones go together and which ones do not. Think about that in those smart brains of yours. What objects go together and which do not? This is how I grouped them. Is this what you chose to do? Now that I've sorted them by putting these three objects together in a group and putting the ones that didn't belong outside of the circle, if you did the same thing, why did you put those objects together? What was similar or alike? Please explain your answer. I will explain my reasoning. The classification that I used was triangles. I felt that they were all the shape of a triangle, so I put them together in a group. So, to summarize, when you sort objects, you put objects together that are similar. You put them in a group if they are alike or if they are the same in some way. And then when you classify objects, you give a reason or a title to the objects that you put together in a group. All right. Great job sorting and classifying. Thank you so much for joining me today.